Hey guys, Guy with Glasses here, and welcome. In this video, I will be talking about another custom campaign, that being Hard Rain Downpour. That's also a remake of the original Hard Rain, and also created by these beautiful guys. But before getting to the video, hi! You better stop! I just wanted to thank the creator of Dark Carnival Remakes, aka Matt NF, for commenting on my last video. Honestly, I was not expecting you to do that. I don't know. When I saw that comment, I was like crazy. Like I don't know. I can't even explain how I felt, but it was amazing, and I really appreciate the support you gave for the video. And I hope that the next updates that you make for Dark Carnival Remakes are really good. I also know that you helped create Hard Rain Downpour, so yeah, this is another campaign that you were a part of, but you know, you're not the creator, I know that, but still, it's kind of, a coincidence. I wasn't expecting that. I only just saw that you helped create it, so yeah, crazy. But yeah, I'm just really happy that I was able to make a video that is actually worth watching, because this channel has been pretty empty with videos for a long time, only having like a couple of very simple gameplay videos, nothing too crazy, some tutorial videos that are pretty bad. I don't recommend watching, but anyway, it's still a mark on my channel of my progress, and hopefully it just gets better from here on out. Anyway, thank you Matt NF for commenting on my last video again, and let's just get back to the video now. Now, getting back to the subject of the video, Hard Rain Downpour starts in the same manner that the original does, but now the survivors have a different look to them, similar to how they looked in pre-release versions of L4D2 2, but also more dirty, which is supposed to demonstrate how much they went through to get here, which also makes more sense than the mostly clean look they have throughout the main campaigns. Now, the Burger Tank restaurant looks mostly the same, but there is a new small supermarket to the right side of Burger Tank that can also be explored. There's also been changes to the main path. Now the survivors have to go through a car shop instead of going through a broken barricade. The backyard area has been expanded a bit as well, with a shed being added to the place. Towards the last segment of this chapter, this road that in the original you simply had to follow now has a bunch of cars and buses blocking the way, making you go through the houses to get to the safe house, making this part more challenging and interesting. When going to chapter 2, we see some expansions to the starting area, with again a new car shop being added to the side of the Ducotel building. Also, another thing I wanted to mention is that the lighting in this chapter is really dark, so I'm sorry if it becomes really hard to see things. I will try to fix it on editing, but if it's not, yeah, just try to bear with it. Anyway, I do personally like this darker lighting. Now, the sections ahead have some mostly aesthetic changes to them, with only a few changes to how the survivors proceed through these areas, and some new explorable buildings. But I think one of the most interesting changes to this chapter is the panic event, where the survivors originally turned an elevator to be able to go down this building. But now the survivors have to activate this generator to open this garage gate and go down some stairs instead of taking an elevator. Jumping to chapter 3, instead of going back through the sugar plantation, now we have to go through a train yard so we can find our way back to the Ducotel factory. In this train yard, we can explore some buildings in areas that are very similar to the train yard in the 3rd chapter of Death Toll. After this area, everything else is mostly the same as before, especially since the last chapters, both in the original campaign and in this one, involves the survivors going back the same way they came through, with the only difference being the heavy rain and the flooded streets. But I gotta say that in the last chapter, when the survivors have to hold out until the rescue comes, this new small supermarket that I mentioned at the beginning is really easy to hold out in, since there's only 2 ways the infected can come in, and both these ways are really close together. And if a tank appears, all you have to do is focus fire. Yes, he might still come in and almost take you out, but it's still very manageable. In the original, this section is much harder since you can't camp in this building, and the only one that you can has various ways the infected can come in, along with possibly being instantly killed if you are on the roof. Overall, this campaign is pretty solid. I wouldn't say it's better than the original, but rather a different and refreshing version of it, with not many massive changes to it, which is still very impressive due to this being the first campaign the creator has ever made. So props to him. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.